Welcome to the celebration of life. My name is Brendon Giebel. I will be your guide and host through this segment. Today I want to open a conversation around responsibility. Responsibility is power. And this was the thing that really moved the needle for me. When I could take responsibility for everything in my life. I mean everything in my life. You see it all the time. Men and people in general, they blame the government, blame the Prime Minister, blame the lockdowns, blame their parents, blame their bosses, their girlfriends, their boyfriends, their brothers, sisters, everyone else except for themselves. And if you've heard of cause and effect before, this is you living at effect. You're the effect of some other outcome or some other thing that's happening. But when you can take responsibility and shift that over to be a cause, it's the powerful place to be. And you can literally create anything that you want from that place. Right? Responsibility is power. And you cannot truly be in a place of power if you're at the effect of something else. If you're blaming someone else for doing it. I can tell you times when there's things where anyone else would say it's not your fault, or that person did that, so it's okay to feel like that, it's okay to do that. But that's not the thing, right? And it's not about blaming yourself, it's about taking responsibility for it. Because whether you think so or not, you either directly or indirectly cause everything to happen to you in your life. So, for things to happen, taking responsibility of it is asking, how did I create this, or what did I do to do this, to make this happen? And let's take a bit of a outrageous example, I suppose. Let's talk about if a meteor came down and killed some of your family. You could go, that's nothing to do with me, like that was that. How could that be? How could I have helped in that? How could I take responsibility for that? Here's the thing. Did you know that was coming? Did you do any research on it? Did you do any research in knowing what's outer space is? No. So it's not about blaming yourself, but it's just taking responsibility for things. Because ultimately you can do, directly or indirectly, change everything and anything in your life. When you can understand that, it's the powerful place to be. And that's why they say responsibility is power. And Jordan Peterson, author of the 12 Rules for Life, he said, without responsibility, what's the meaning of life? Think about that for a second. Without responsibility, what is the meaning of life? What is the purpose of life? What can you celebrate in life without taking responsibility? When you're in this place of cause, being that cause, having responsibility for everything and everything in your life, you can understand that you can literally create anything that you want for you in your life. Taking responsibility for things. You might be overweight. Take responsibility for it. It wasn't the food's fault. It wasn't the advertising fault. It wasn't KFC's fault or whatever. It was your fault and your responsibility to do that. When you take responsibility of that, you can change your life. That's a simple example of that. But what about your mind and what you want to do with your life? All comes from here. You can take responsibility for it and be like, my life, I'm not as confident as I want to be. I don't know what I want to do with my life. Or I'm anxious, I'm depressed, my mental health is bad. You can either go two ways with this. You can keep going down the same path, down the same road that you've always gone, that's got you to whatever you are now. Or you can take responsibility for it and understand that you are the cause and the creator of that. You can use that to change your life and go to the direction that you want. So I hope you got a lot out of this, and just remember, this conversation around responsibility and power really leaves you in a place of power when you can take responsibility for everything in your life.